Hi friend, welcome to our channel and you are watching 72 Info TV. Today I sharing with you very interesting story about Einstein. How to Thomas Alva stolen Einstein brain. So before discussing this video, please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for more informative videos. The world's greatest scientist Albert Einstein said that man who never made a mistake never tried anything new. The formulas he invented are still used in the atomic bomb of the modern world. Franz Einstein was born on March 14, 1879 in Germany. It is said that when Albert Einstein was born, his head was larger than his body. Friends are normal children who start speaking within 1.5 to 2 years, but Einstein started speaking at the age of 4. He could not even speak properly until he was 9 years old. Einstein was so intelligent that even the scientists of this world could not compete with him. An example of this is Thomas Alva. Thomas Alva is the man who made 240 pieces of Einstein brain and sold them all over the world. Thomas Alva was a professor working at the same hospital where Einstein was brought in at the time of his death. During the autopsy, Thomas had an idea that it would burn Einstein's body. Why do not I steal his brain and research it and tell the whole world about this research? In fact, Einstein's family brought Einstein's body to the hospital for an autopsy, which gave Thomas the opportunity to examine his dead body. Thomas Alva had stolen Einstein's brain, but he did not know how to work on it because he was a pathologist himself. So they needed a brain expert to work on it. Then he contacted Einstein's doctor and his former teacher and told them the story. So somehow the matter reached the media. So the media contacted Thomas in an interview to explain why he did it and let the whole world know that he had stolen Einstein's brain. When his family found out about this, his whole family became shocked. He therefore called on the government to punish Thomas for his action. When the hospital management was contacted, they assured us that we had no idea that Thomas had stolen Einstein's brain. When Thomas was pressured by the hospital management and other platforms to return Einstein's brain to his family, he refused to give it and was expelled from the hospital. Thomas put the brain in a jar and went to another hospital where he began working with a brain expert. In this case, he made 240 pieces of Einstein's brain and sent them to scientists all over the world and asked them to send me a report after working on it. One day Thomas' wife told him that when you were not at home, I would throw the jar out and the spectacle would end forever. The government also revoked his license and expelled him from the profession. After being threatened by his wife, Professor Thomas took the jar to another state, but he did not give up. So he started working in a factory like a normal worker. When this happened to him, he could no longer work in a laboratory or a hospital. In all of this, Thomas realized that he could no longer work on Einstein's brain because he had lost his license. So he obeyed his wife and decided to hand over Einstein's brain to his grandson. So when he got home, he dissected Einstein's brain and sent it to all the scientists in the world and kept some with him. When word of this reached Japanese scientists, they arrived in the United States to work on it. This Japanese scientist bought a piece of Einstein's brain and started working on it. Eventually, after all this accident, Einstein's brain and Thomas' photograph were given to the National Museum of Health. Einstein's brain is still on display inside the museum. And so Einstein's mind calmed down 55 years later. Be sure to share in the comments what you learned from this story.